This is Dan Dingsøyr reporting for Press for Truth, and what was that definition of insanity again? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result, right? Well, if so, then that means that the Pentagon is literally insane. They've just spent $500 million training 4 or 5 rebels to fight ISIS and overthrow Syrian's President Assad. Now, of course, we've covered this extensively here before, and we've shown you how ISIS is a creation of the West, this supposed moderate rebel group that was destined to overthrow Assad, but then became radicalized and started attacking everyone, including European civilians. So U.S. President Obama has now signed off on yet another Syrian training program. That's right, guys. If at first you don't succeed, then just try the same stupid policies again and again and again. The fact that the creation of ISIS and the strengthening of Al-Qaeda's Nusra front seems to be the only result of training these so-called moderate rebels, that doesn't seem to bother anyone in the Pentagon. And in a fitting April Fool's Day press conference, although this wasn't a joke, Operation Inherent Resolve spokesperson Colonel Steve Warren stated the following. So what we did the first time was we tried to pull full units off the line and cycle them through training. We realized that didn't work. So in accordance with our commitment to find things that work, we're trying this. And so what this is pull some individuals out of units, vet them, give them some training, give them some capability, and then reinsert them back into the battlefield. So that's what the program is. And we're going to keep an eye on this program. We're going to keep working it. And if it works, we'll do more. And if it doesn't work, we'll shift again. And I think we've been very, clear and open about the fact that, some of this is us working through different scenarios and ideas and programs through a simple process of trial and error to see what works and what doesn't work. And when we find things that work, we're going to do more of them. And when we find things that don't work, we're going to cut sling and move on. So guys, this clearly obviously sounds like it's designed to fail. And I mean, why wouldn't we expect something like that? War is big money for energy companies and weapons manufacturers, and the only country actually doing something productive, like Russia, for example, is demonized, even by Canada's so-called responsible conviction foreign policy that resembles Harper's ideological worldview. Right now, the best bet in defeating ISIS is helping out the Syrians. But the West is committed to fighting both Syria and ISIS while training and funding rebel groups with weapons that eventually end up in the hands of ISIS and Al-Qaeda and other radical groups. But hey, that's okay. According to Colonel Warren here, it's all gravy because ISIS is the lesser evil when compared to Assad. That's right. When he was commenting on the liberation of Palmyra, Warren said, "It's a tricky situation, right? Because, what do you see in Palmyra? You see the Russian regime has pushed out ISIL. So in our view, that is kind of like going, at least for the people of Palmyra, that is certainly a movement from the frying pan into the fire, isn't it?" I don't think anyone with a rational bone in their body considers the radical Islamist ISIS to be the frying pan and the secular dictatorship of Assad to be the so-called fire. All the U.S. is doing here is reverting Russian gains and prolonging the war. Because, well, let's face it, guys, war is the lifeblood of the state. Thanks for watching, guys. Check the links in the description for all the sources to this video, and be sure to show your support for independent media by checking out our link at patreon.com/pressfortruth. Even $1 a month helps to keep this channel going. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Stay tuned. We've got more videos coming soon to pressfortruth.ca. Some European empires essentially stopping ISIS in its tracks over the last few months. And of course, this is no thanks to the military-industrial complex of the United States. But regardless, the Islamic State has now said
that they're going to have to ramp up their efforts and change tactics as they move into the final battle.